Kashmiri mind is more politicized than relatively than in rest of the country. Politically, he feels my 370 was taken away, my statehood is taken away. I was gagged. There's no doubt about that. Militancy has been almost in Kashmir. It's almost there, but it is taking a new facet from areas which were free from it in Jammu area, particularly Doda and Kishtwar, etc.
You said that when good things happen, you want foreign diplomats to come in. You are saying that journalists should also have been allowed. But I want to know from you, BJP, the fact that the party has taken a decision to hold elections after this long. Do you think the party would have done its assessment? Could they have assessed things on ground to be in their favor for holding elections at a time and place of their choosing?
No, that's what they say. See, they have in it is politics. That is politics. Politics. They say that see, we are giving you free election, fair election, whatever you do, what you do like that. But you also did not hold election for last 10 years. You also did what you did, and after removing 370, internet was down, everything was down. It's okay. It's in the game. But when you try to hide it, then it becomes difficult. It becomes a problem. Then you start arresting people, you start confining people, you don't allow foreign journalists to come to Kashmir. I see no reason. They should have been allowed to come, in my opinion.
Is there merit in BJP's argument that cross-border terrorism has declined, the internal strife has reduced, you don't see stone pelting anymore, there's a boost in tourism? How much of it you feel on ground is true?
About what I wouldn't get your point.
About the fact that things have improved on ground in Jammu and Kashmir, businesses are flourishing, children are back to school and colleges, and the fact that cross-border terrorism claims
No,
have come down, including stone
nobody
pelting.
can deny that. No, nobody can deny that. Life is more safer today. There is order in life today. There was disorder earlier. One didn't know when office would open, when I could go to a shop, buy things, whether I am safe to travel, stone pelting. That has been brought. There's no doubt about that. Militancy has been almost in Kashmir. It's almost there, but it is taking a new facet from areas which were free from it in Jammu area, particularly Doda and Kishtwar, etc. But there's no doubt about that. That
Is that
certain
likely to favor
life.
the BJP in this election? The fact that things have improved, because after all, people will vote on how they feel about their lives, and if their lives have improved, do you
It
think
is.
that could be a
But
major factor?
as I told you in the beginning, there is more. Kashmiri mind is more politicized than relatively than in rest of the country because of experiences or things happening here or what has happened more recently. So this political factor always outweighs every other consideration. Politically, he feels my 370 was taken away, my statehood is taken away, I was gagged. So here, therefore, that he's normal. He's also equally concerned about his safety of his life, normal, regular functioning of daily life. He's also, to that extent, nobody will deny that. This is an achievement. I wish BJP mustered courage and contested more seats here. Just contesting 19 seats is not for winning only. After all, if they say that they have, which have to an extent, yes, they said that they have controlled the situation, they could make use of it, creating a small base for themselves. I don't know why they chose they abstained from Lok Sabha constituencies, 3 constituencies
Yes.
altogether, and just about 19 seats out of 47 is not a good. It doesn't speak good. It doesn't match gel with what you say and you claim. It doesn't gel with that.
So they're really
Kashmir
pumping it.
Kashmir politics is inherently surcharged with emotion. Inherently, it is there. You cannot get away from that. So emotion is more powerful factor than any other consideration, and that emotion is not baseless. It always has a basis, some ground. For instance, if I'll tell you, in 1977, an election was held, which is considered to be the first and probably by till then the only election fair election in Kashmir, in which National Conference Party, for the first time, led by Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah in an election, because I leave this one here to go back. Sheikh Abdullah contested his first election in 1951. In 1951,
Yes. Hmm.
for Constituent Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir, for Constituent, not Legislative Assembly, for Constituent. Out of 75 seats, 73 were unopposed. 2 were nominally contested. I mean, it was a sham election. So, real election he contested only in 1977 after we were back in 75 with Kashmir Accord, and he swept the polls. At that time, it was very clear that here is an emotional Kashmiri throwing everything into his basket, that you suffered all this time, you did right or wrong, whatever it is, we were with you, here you are. They went. So this sentiment, it cannot be taken away from Kashmiri. This sentiment is there with him, and he has the capacity to nurse it for 10 years, 20 years. He will hide it. I mean, sometimes he is victimized for this reason. So to avoid that, he has learned to live with circumstances. If you read Kashmir's history, it's like that. It's not only that Pathans, Sikhs, Mughals, everybody have come like that. But now we are in a different milieu. Now it's part of a larger entity, Indian entity, and so therefore, emotional integration in case of Kashmir, I think, it needs to be attended to. It doesn't have only political facet. It has many facets. You see, much of the Kashmir problem, the internal aspect of Kashmir problem will go away the moment somebody attends to this emotional integration with an honesty. I am clear in my mind, the fault doesn't lie on Delhi only, whether it is Congress or BJP or anybody else. Part of it also lies in the state itself.
Correct.
There has not been honesty of purpose quite often. There have been considerations of power, our power hunger, our power thirst has distorted the picture itself. People want to stack about, and so please the powers be at the center, and they do things are wrongly. And tragedy is that it is being patronized from Delhi. This must end once and for all. It should be normalized. If you are normalized the constitution, your state, and normalize politics also, Kashmir politics also. But Kashmir is being abnormally treated. Why I'm telling you why, I mean, I'm coming again and again to this point is, why was it reduced to union territory? Is there any precedent for this? You have made union territories a state. But there is one.
And there is anger for that, Mr. Malik. There is clearly public anger for that.
That's why people say people have reason to suspect your motive. Why did you do it? You didn't have to do it. You could do it. You are ruling. Governor is ruling. You could have put a governor with all the powers like that. Why UT? People thought that it
obviously
was
to have a better grip, isn't it? Because the moment you are a union territory, why the anger. You have not only stripped the special status, you have reduced even further below from statehood. So obviously that will be something that people will be angry about. That why reduce us to union territory?
You not only deprive them the status, you maul them and drag them down. So that's why. Whether we talk about it or not, it is in people's mind. It is agitating in people's minds. Sooner it is addressed as somebody, whether whichever party comes, they restore statehood. I hopefully, with some powers, it's not like Delhi state. Kashmir is too sensitive to be played like the Delhi. Let me tell you this thing. Kashmir, it would be very dangerous to play the games which are being played in Delhi between one party and the other party. Kashmir is too dangerous a place for it. There should be regular, openly, whichever party comes, let them rule whatever way they like, but not play games in Kashmir.
Don't play games in Kashmir. Be very clear in your motive is what you're saying, and I'm really going to take this part from what you just said about how one must not take this Kashmiri vote for granted, because this mandate will say a lot. It will say a lot where people stand on various issues, and the statehood issue, of course, remains center stage. No one can deny that, along with the other issues that you pointed out. Mohammed Saeed Malik, thank you so much for joining us here on.
Thank you. You are so kind too, because I'm habit of talking more probably.
Not at all. We really come out wiser listening to you, sir. Thank you so much. Pleasure having you.
Welcome.